All right, we had some technical difficulties. I kind of killed the stream on accident. Sorry, sleepy. Mark and Austin will be coming back in. I just sent out the show again. Unfortunately, I stopped the stream early on my phone by clicking the wrong button. If you watched After Dark, Steve did it the last time. Oops, I did it this time. So hopefully Mark and Austin come in quickly. Let me see. Austin. Paste. And let me find Mark. What the heck? Sorry about the dead air, but Drew and Mike have been working on this room to get it set up. Mike donated a new TV that is a little bit bigger for the studio. We're going to be getting Drew's getting a boom mic and a couple other things. Austin's coming in. That's the first time I've done that.
I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Hello.
Hold on.
Leave the other.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm going to try to leave and come back.
Leave the other room. Okay. There. I caused some technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to leave and come back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay.
Should I come back?
Just turn on your camera. What's his name? Austin, I think, was still in the last room.
There we go.
Right now?
There we are. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Try and
last
turn
time
on my.
this.
There we go.
We're all back. The last time this happened was the first time Steve ever ran After Dark. And after 25 minutes, he goes, "All right, guys, I'm out of here," and did the same thing. Instead of leaving the camera on his side, he left. He ended the stream.
Lovely.
Because on the phone, I'm tired and I didn't see the button. I hit the end stream instead of leave studio. So I kind of, for the first time in 3 years, I shut down the stream midstream. As opposed to crossing streams, which you should never do. Unless, you're on a camp out and it might be fun. So, like I said, Mike and Drew have been working on rebuilding the displays and setting up the room. There's still going to be another shelf on this side, a new bar. We're going to get a boom mic set up and something else. Eventually, I'm going to buy a second camera because what we want to do is put a view from back over here so that it gets, or somewhere in this room so that we get a pretty all-inclusive shot. Right now, we can get an up-close view and we can get the group view, but we can't get all the displays like we want. So the studio will be a little bit different. We had a meeting with CAG about con ideas today with John and Matthew and Josiah, which Matthew's the only one that hasn't been on the show. We talked about different things, like we might have an actual craft booth where we can do a paint and go at Sci-Fi Bartow for kids. I know Drew's working on a Dabo table, but what we were talking about is like we found a cheap pin backer with rubber covers, the old military style pins, 400 pieces for $10. So if you've ever bought the pin backers, this would normally cost like $50. And they're the rubber backers, not the metal ones. So for kids, this is great. So what we're talking about is John said he can make 30 of the Klingon symbols. Like
trifoil.
Like these. We can glue them with the pin, and the kids can paint their own. Once they dry, pin them on and go. So we're talking about a little craft area for the kids. Other things we were talking about was, like I said, the giveaways. The one problem that we had at BartowCon was I had to keep reminding people, hey, there's stickers to give away. So with these, instead, whenever we're doing the Klingon
anything
drunken horde, we can have these in the pocket, and every time we take a picture with a kid, go, here you go. And then the kid gets the stickers and sees the card and gives it to the parents. And truthfully, the best way to recruit a family is to focus on their kids, which they're going to be looking, are they having fun?
Last time, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but last time you already got a family in here. I'm one of them.
Right. Yeah, I was focused on something else, and Josiah says, Sean, we got a new member for y'all. You're in Winter Haven, right? And I got to talk to Austin after seeing his awesome One Piece costume, right? Mm-hmm. I said it right this time.
Yes, you did.
It's amazing. I'm asleep. But his awesome One Piece costume at the thing, and when him and his fiance and kid were there talking to him, and then I grabbed Drew to talk to him, and 2 weeks later, or no, 3 weeks later now,
he's in
and an active part. He's been to Special Olympics, Saturday Night Live.
Well, he's been to Saturday Night Live, which is not Special Olympics. That's a separate organization.
I said Special Olympics Saturday Night Live because they do actually list Saturday Night Live as Special Olympics on the page.
Yeah, but that's because everybody at it is.
But he,
Austin, if you're ever with us at an event, you will see the giant Horgon. Okay.
Yep.
It's our giveaway bucket.
The giant Horgon holds a secret.
Oh, yeah?
Sticker to hand to a little one. We got some.
Now, they took the bowl out and put it on the table, and I kept having to remind people, hey, give the stickers away. I expected the stickers to be half gone. So as I'm sitting at work, half brain dead last night, I went, we can get the bags and make sticker bags and put them in our pockets. So I spent about an hour handwriting the CAG information on the back of the cards, knowing we're going to go as Klingons. Hey, here's you some Star Trek and NASA things. Here you go. On top of that, I also donated $50 of toy giveaways for tomorrow's con in the name of the broadcast group.
And
I would go, but I don't have our transportation.
Said you can ride, they'll come back in time for you to be back.
That looks nice.
These are little Galaxy class starships you put together. There's a loop right here. You can hang it from your Christmas tree.
There is the Klingon one, which
there are Klingon ships as well, but they've all been given away. We even got them a little bigger.
There's Voyager and
there's Voyager.
original.
There's a Klingon D7, a D9, which are so close unless you know what you're talking about, you're gonna miss it. Don't worry, Austin. I'll get you up to speed with those. We've got
Shucks, I guess I'm going to be printing them too.
about
Threads
13 in both directions that we can print up and give away.
So we also found out that we were approached almost a year ago, right after Bartow, Sci-Fi Bartow, to do Polytech's sci-fi. It's not a con. It's
a sci-fi festival.
It's a science festival. They're basically wanting to use the cosplay to show what science might be in the future.
I see.
What a lot of people don't realize is STO, or not STO, TNG, or TOS, yeah. TOS influenced technology so much. Like the communicator was the flip phone. The Voyager pad was the iPhone. These technologies came out on TV long time before they came out in real life. The hypo spray is actually being used now as a fast injection system. If you ever watch the military lining up for their injections to go somewhere in the world, they have a hypo spray type.
That is not a hypo spray. That is a torture device.
Yes,
No, peanut pad.
It hit you from both sides.
I'm saying it's basically a hypo spray that they go, boom!
It's a pneumatic needle that actually injects it to the skin without actually puncturing. So it basically bruises the muscle to the bone.
Right. So that was from the hypo spray. The MRI beds, the CAT scans were the medbay beds, because the medbay beds did CT and MRI type scans. So the technology that we have was actually influenced by a TV show, Star Trek. And a lot of people don't put that together, because for years, where the heck is that flip phone?
Yeah, the original series communicator he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
For years, people carried this dang flip phone and never put two and two together, that it's the communicator for Star Trek. Nokia made $1 billion or more off of that stupid thing. From watching Star Trek and going, I can make that. So
Nokia did admit that the majority of its members, its actual engineers, were Star Trek fans. They were nerds.
So now we actually have replicators. They don't replicate food yet, but they do replicate badges, weapons, toys.
Synthetic fibers.
So
3D printers.
prosthetics. We are making prosthetics. Uh-oh, what did I miss?
Mm.
Oh, Milton. Hey, Milton, come on. Let's see.
Is that a chum? Is he trying to get in? Help a fellow warrior out.
We
Did
are.
you send John the link for the
I did it in the main.
not for the StreamYard, for the YouTube?
Oh, Drew.
Sure.
This is hold on. I don't know if you could see it with the glare,
Yeah.
but this was the Marine Corps birthday ball souvenir I got when I was in ROTC.
I've been to several of those. It's the only time the Marines can get in a fight with each other and still party.
Yep. I've been to 4. It's not a lot.
I went to 3. 1 is Navy and 2 is Army.
Well, they stole their birthday bash concepts from the Marines. But you know, when you look at the Corps,
Dang it.
what people don't realize is, what do you expect a bunch of longshoremen to do? Drink, get in a fight, and womanize.
Exactly.
And where were we born? We were born in a bar. Garrick.
Funny thing was, I was conceived in a bar stall. So
There you go.
I was halfway there to being a Marine. But, you know.
Who is this man and why does he know everything?
You can make it a failure or you can make it a success. That choice is yours.
Exactly. I mean, I seem to be doing well for myself right now.
Yep. They're marking his westerns.
Well, actually, the Fearless Vampire Killers. That was a good movie. Vampire Killers. Well, you know who made and was in that movie. I don't even know if he's still around. He went into hiding in Europe somewhere. Roman Polanski. Yeah, Sharon Tate was in that movie. It's really sad what happened to her.
Well, when you give somebody too much rope, they always end up hurting somebody before they hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sent it. Okay. I actually look good in my uniform. Even though I was Army. I need to lose another.
Oh no, yeah, you've seen my uniform, my dress blues.
You know, I have no pictures of me in the dress uniform.
I don't have any uniform pictures on.
When I did JRTC, I didn't take any pictures in the dress uniform. It was only the service uniform.
I have some of the service. I have some of the dress blues. I have some of the browns.
I had 9 rows.
I don't remember what they were called.
I had 9 rows and 2 sitting above. That was enough. That was enough making a politician feel special about himself. Fucking bastards. Sorry, I digress. My love of political figures has no end. Has no beginning either.
So like I said, tomorrow we're going to go to Toy and Game Fest in Fort Meade. It's the first outdoor con for Fort Meade. 8 miles south of Bartow. Coming back to what happened. A year ago, they asked us to the science thing to do a booth to basically show science influenced by Star Trek. Well, they also reached out to another chapter of TAG and asked them if they could do a bat lift display demonstration.
Mm-hmm.
And we found out in the meeting. So it was like, wow, we had asked twice.
So we'll basically be going double Dutch there as well. Of course, by then my TNG uniform will be complete. So we're working on it. It's a slow and somewhat irritating process sometimes, but
I still need the materials list.
yeah, I know.
Well, black shirt and a tan t-shirt, cut the neck out, cut the arms off. You got a TOS outfit.
Not quite, but yeah. He has the material to make a proper vest, but
Yeah.
not the sewing skill.
No, I just need to get me another tank top to cut up to make the pattern. 6, 7. I didn't do too bad. I had 7.
Yeah, but those didn't mean what mine did.
No, I didn't get shot at. However, I did fall out of a Hummer.
You know what? The one thing that screwed me up the most was when they put the frame on the Navy Cross. I don't know what they did that for. I did my job. I watched Damn Good Men back.
Well, I remember the last camp, or one of the last camp outs we went on. It was a primitive camp out, and the whole JRTC team thought that they could put me on the ground. I grabbed the 2 biggest ones, one by the throat and one by the shoulder, and they were afraid the one guy was going to pass out. So the colonel said, "You need to stop that." 15 people trying to put me on the ground. I wasn't going down easily. I was taking everybody with me.
The big guy in golf platoon that thought nobody could knock him down.
I didn't say they could knock me down. They just did it the wrong way.
They also said they couldn't be pinned down. They couldn't be this. They couldn't be that. Knocked him out.
I would have gone for the knees.
But
no, he was out cold when I got done. And everyone said no one's ever been able to do that outside the DIs.
So the other thing we did was back up and wipe the laptop for Austin so he can start playing Star Trek Online, not on a PlayStation.
That printing stuff for you guys, the whole if, ands, or buts.
Oh, you got a printer?
He's got
I got his old printer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He really pays attention.
I've been voluntold to print things for you.
No.
But
I got told to wake up and get more rest so that I can actually function, and it doesn't ever work. So I'm going to say this, guys. This is fun size. This is get yourself mugged size.
Makes sense.
And I are from the generation that didn't have fun size. We got full size.
Yeah.
And usually by the pillowcase full. So Mark and I also remember the days that the DI would look at you, say something, and you would say, "No, sir." And because you disagreed with him, even if you were correct, he took his cover off, threw it on the deck, and then knocked you 3 rows back.
So I didn't know the full story of why this check your candy thing happened. I thought somebody had done something stupid. I didn't realize the dad killed his parents and blamed it on Pixie Sticks he got from somebody else.
No. Mark, when was that? 1966? 67?
It was 70s or 80s. Mark's not listening.
Yeah, I am.
Marco. What was it? No, 68 or 69 that they put the arsenic in the chocolate bars and they put the razor blades in the apples.
No, it wasn't that.
Well, I know about the needles in apples.
Yeah, and then they did needles, hypodermics.
Yep.
Where
Right
just
back.
the needle itself was filled with chemicals.
Those were actually made up after the guy poisoned pixie sticks that he gave to his kids.
No, that was in the 70s. He killed his kids.
Yeah.
That was what made it a true rule. Have your candy checked.
Yeah, because of some guy that killed his kids and made up a story.
But like in Los Angeles, see now in LA we had trick or treat for UNICEF, trick or treat for Special Olympics, trick or treat for all these organizations. People will go around with a little milk jug type piggy bank.
Yeah.
For these organizations. You just look at it. But you see, there were 3 companies that collected. One of them was slicker than the rest. He said, I'll tell you what, if we can get this much money in all of our bins, because they had to be counted at the end of the run, we'll do this. So we opted to go up to Hollywood, to the stars. We knocked on their doors and told them what we were doing. And we ended up, he said something like $500-600 and we'll go to Farrell's, which was an ice cream parlor.
Yeah.
In 3 hours, we got $16,000. So for the next 5 weekends, we went to Farrell's with this company.
Cool. So I don't know if any of y'all have watched any of the stuff from Halloween, but 3 women with their kids got the candy a little bit of candy out of the bowl. And then the 3 women proceeded to dump in their purses the rest of a candy bowl in their purses and take everything so nobody else could get it. About 20 minutes later, you see on camera the neighbor walking over with a candy bowl from his house to fill it back up. That man was the MVP for the neighborhood.
That man was the MVP for the event.
However, there was another video of the year. Last year, a kid came up to a bowl, saw it was empty, and dumped out his bag. That kid and his brother, the internet got together and sent them presents. They found out where they were, sent them a lot of presents. This year, one of the kids came up to a thing, saw that the bowl was empty. You see all these other kids walking away. He's looking at it. He looks in his bag, and he takes giant handfuls out and dumps it in the bowl to fill it up. Then he turns around, he looks back and goes, picks up one candy, puts it in his bag, and walks away. I was like, that's the sweetest thing, because he, number one, wanted to make sure there was candy for others, but he still wanted to trick-or-treat himself.
I still get one.
Yeah. The fact he gave his whole bag, basically, and still only took one. So there are good people in the world, but the people that do that stuff, I can understand a kid doing it. If the parents don't correct them,
they'll never learn.
But when adults do that, that's why the richer neighborhoods say, we're going to have a trunk or treat on this random day that nobody knows about for our neighborhood
at this church. And
we're going to make sure that the gates are closed. I heard from a couple friends, they got 15 trick-or-treaters or less.
Mm-hmm.
Now, other friends in Bartow had over 1,000 trick-or-treaters.
We had about 35.
But in years past, I remember every neighborhood having 40 or 50 people.
You're going stinky.
Mark and I were around when if you had less than 1,000 people at your door, you weren't giving nothing away.
Yeah.
We used to, We used to get all kinds of nummy goodies all over the place.
So I come into work and they have Starburst in the bowl and Dum Dums. I picked the bowl up and went, these are the candies that if you pass them out, your house is going to get egged.
Yes.
And somebody said, did a whole list of different candies and what they meant. These little bite-sized things were basically on the list, you hate kids. I was like, huh. He said, if you pass out full-size candy bars, you rock and everybody's going to love you.
We had 1, 2, 3.
If you pass out apples, they're going to throw the apples back at you.
But an apple a day keeps the doctor away. What are you talking about?
We had different people in our neighborhoods that would do different things for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knew that when you're going through, what order to do their houses in. Like the 5 people that gave food away, these were much older people.
Yeah.
We're like Mark and I, we're not spring chickens anymore. We know what lack of vitamins can do to you. So we'll give you an apple, an orange, and some other stuff.
Yep.
We'll make it work. Then hang on.
I was going to do it right here. She's right here. So
Yeah, this Halloween was a little sparse.
yeah.
We had exactly 3 groups. That was it.
So now social media is telling everybody where to go, and people are only going to those neighborhoods. And part of it they're blaming on the trunk or treats, but the other thing was it was on a Tuesday as well. So some parents are taking the kids out. But just so you know, if you pass these little bitty things out, they're not going to like you. And if you pass out candy corn,
hey, watch your mouth. Candy corn be the best candy.
you better be glad that they don't have slingshots anymore. I remember having a slingshot, and candy corn was one for me, one for the slingshot. But some of this is a joke. I'm just joking around. If you're passing out any candy, great. Don't pass out your religious tracts, your stupid stuff to make your beliefs. Show your beliefs by helping people. Don't show your beliefs by handing out a tract at thing. If you don't want to participate, turn off your lights and say, "Hey, I don't participate."
Hey, yo, I don't got no candy, so scram.
But I saw some people. The whole family was dressed up, had yards dressed up, and just sitting there waiting at the end of the driveway, going, "Where are the kids?" For hours they waited, and because of all the stuff with social media and all, they just didn't make it. And I'm telling you, the people that I saw that posted those, they really went all out, and they had like activities for people to come to, which haven't been in years past. That was a Christmas thing. You go see Santa Claus and take a picture, or you go do an activity out in front of the lights. They're doing this there are so many cosplayers now that are older and have kids. They want to have this haunted Halloween experience, and it's like it's not there anymore. Now, I never wanted to ever visit California. I've got the beach here. I can see mountains everywhere. Don't need to go to California. However, after seeing Knott's Berry Farm's scary Halloween thing, and there's clowns that slide to scare people and all, I follow a cosplayer on TikTok that's named Robin, and she plays Bobbins the Clown. And this girl has the perfect multi-personality setup where she'll be the sweetest thing in a high-pitched voice and then be talking to you in this deep voice and be mean and or just going back and forth. And seeing the other clowns. There was a clown that a kid had a no-boo glowing necklace on. He purposely sat far enough away from the kid and then was sitting there entertaining the kid, not scaring him, wanting the kid to be part of the activities. To me, there are a lot of those type of people doing Halloween Horror Nights and all this stuff that they love doing it. And that's what they, once a year, that's their, hey, I'm in heaven right now because I get to cosplay and mess with people.
Believe it or not, I wanted to sign up as a scare actor for Halloween Horror Nights or Knoxbury Farm.
In society, we have two kinds of people. The majority of them are really good people. They want to find a way to make it fun. They want to find a way to make it healthy, find a way to make it safe. But then you got that really small percentage. It's actually less than 4%.
Yeah.
For everybody. It's like when Mark and I were in the military. You got a unit that's literally moves like greased glass. There is nothing they can't accomplish. You get one person out of 50 who's a complete and total knockoff. Everybody is punished for this.
Absolutely.
So
Universal Studios in Florida is the one that does the Megan flash mob, right?
Yeah.
It's also California as well.
They do it in California. Okay. Well, this 4-year-old saw videos of the Megan flash mob, and she taught herself the dance. And, she's 4. She's not going to be perfect. But, oh, my God, they did a video of her learning it, and they did a video of her actually performing it after she taught herself how to do it. And I'm like, Universal Studios need to go, hey, come be part of the flash mob. Because this kid really did love to do it. What you listening to?
I'm not listening to anything. I have to turn down my TV.
Oh. But like I said, there's positives and negatives going around a lot now. And I said the negative on the Halloween thing just to say, hey, this is negative, but we had 2 positives in the same time period. But also, these people that are doing these Halloween things, are you okay?
Yeah, my phone fell for some reason. I don't know why.
The way the phone fell, it looked like you fell out of the chair.
No, sadly, I've been doing too much work, so now I'm work drunk.
Ah,
I thought
wait,
the
that's
missus
normal.
got a hold of you.
But
Yep.
there's these cosplayers, and they put so much into this that they made these characters, and some of them have done voices and all this stuff, and they're not able to get jobs as voice actors, even though they're better than some of the voice actors. And it's like, I'm seeing some of this stuff that not this person is filming, but other people specifically go to find this one person at the place and film them to show how amazing these people are. No different when you go to a con. You're there you're there to recruit or whatever, but your main goal is to find as many families and entertain them while they're at the con. Because some of these families have paid gas to come there, they paid an entrance fee, and they might not buy from a vendor, but if you're not interacting with them, they might look at it like, why did I pay to come into a mall? So it goes a lot farther when you go and do a silly thing of, hey, here's a weapon. Let me take a picture of you for this, or come be part of our group. You don't know how far that goes from to bringing people together.
Look at the Harry Potter event. Okay. There were 4 young men that came in with these 3 adults, and they were scared. They did not know what to expect, but they were major. I want to be in Slytherin. Okay. Well, they did not see me when they came in, and they're talking about they want to be in Slytherin. They want to be in Slytherin. I want to do the Sorting Hat. I want to do the Sorting Hat. So I walked up behind them.
None of them got
in my
Slytherin.
snake. I crossed my arms and I said, Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? And all of them turned around and just went, and the parents started getting pictures of these boys in shock. And I'm like, come. I took them up to the stage. These other groups picked, the hat picked something else for one of them. For the rest of them, it was actually spot on. What they wanted, they got.
That one kid.
The one who really wanted Slytherin is the one that was given Hufflepuff.
Yes.
And,
I happen to be out of the room of requirements,
and he's, I am not a Hufflepuff. I am not a Hufflepuff.
and me as Hagrid goes, you're in a good house. They're winning the
Are they
competition.
humans?
Did they leave the college?
No.
Hello, Savannah.
Ole!
You guys are
I
silent.
can't
We can't hear you.
Yes, we can.
Well,
Austin, what did you do to that
What is
girl?
it
She-
smell?
Are you guys speaking?
What is
Yes.
it?
yeah.
You-
Oh, that's why. Okay. So apparently my phone was being lowered by the volume.
uh,
This is where you said it.
Ole, kid.
I'm gonna get the child out of his car seat, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's the Klingon nuke.
He's the new Klingon ambassador. What are you talking about?
I figure he's the nuke. We send him in to destroy everything.
Yes, but then he'll be
Why is my phone so low?
Chancellor of the Empire.
But yeah, and staying in character all day. I didn't realize how much
Yes.
beard and hair changed my appearance. Even though I'm wearing the same clothes, we met up with one of the girls. He gave her a wooden wand, and we meet up with her, and she's thanking him. And I said, "You might not realize that I was Hagrid." And she just looked at me, and her dad looked at me and went, "Wow, the beard really changes the whole look." Because they didn't realize I was just a friend of his.
I turned her a Luna Lovegood wand similar to it because her characterization was so perfect.
Oh, so she said that about maybe.
And she said, that she insisted on getting Green God's money to pay for her wine.
So your swords that you wore, are they actual swords or are they the bamboo ones that you carried?
Austin's
You're
mic-
muted.
Yep. You're muted, sir.
Are you talking about my cosplay swords?
Yes.
They're bamboo.
Okay.
Go grab my real one.
No,
Do
I
you want to
was
sit here on
wondering
them and talk to them?
if they were blunted swords or if they were the bamboo because
They're
that would make
blunted and they're bamboo. But I do have a real one that my wife likes to call no touchy.
No, he's got like 5 of those over there.
Yeah, I know. My wife likes to call it no touchy for a reason.
It's razor sharp.
Your katana, my lord.
This has actually been used on several people.
May I take it out of this thing?
She,
So
Yeah, that's it.
technically, anytime you open that sword, you're supposed to draw blood.
yes. But it was given to me by my aunt.
Am I allowed to?
No, hold on.
Where's my phone stand? Take it out.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Where's my phone stand?
I don't know what you want.
Goodness. Golly.
It appears to be a busy house.
The swords actually look pretty real from the distance I was at.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I asked.
That's my butt.
All I see
Okay,
is
my
your-
lovely assistant here.
Allowed to?
Just remember, if you cut him, he can't work.
And the baby's right there. Please.
I went like
Oh
this.
my God.
I get the sheet, please.
Hey, Mark.
This has actually been used
Yo,
before. I've
in the
cleaned it
Vietnam era,
multiple times, but it hasn't been used by me.
since he's playing with a knife.
yes.
A World War
Is-
Now
One
we can
issue.
bring it
My
back.
aunt's somewhere in the rural Japan. Way back when there were actual like farmers and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, like actual farmers that would stay up all night and all day doing their shit.
the-
Rice farmers.
in the First World War.
That's
the
my stomach. You guys
Yeah.
see this?
Drew, what was that about the First World War?
Okay, in the First World War, the United Cutlery were the first ones to
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on the top.
stamp cut a military weapon.
Uh-huh.
It was the United
I have to
Cutlery.
figure out why my
What are you eating?
system is being
During
like
the
this.
Vietnam War, the United States Army was issued it as a short bayonet, the M16. And all branches ended up with it. However, you never got a chance to see this when you were here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Is it?
Looks like a son of a cable.
This,
Drew, I have a question.
no, not the son. This is the grandfather.
What's that?
of it.
The grandfather of the K-bar.
This little joy right here
You see that plastic?
served in active duty from
That is-
1910 when it was issued to my
That's not blue.
What is that?
great grandfather
Oh,
until
wow.
1991 when I got out of the uniform.
Mhm.
I would love to take one of these leather rings to a laboratory and say, do a DNA test.
Just see what's on it.
Just one. And tell me what doesn't show up.
All right.
I want
So I'm
to
gonna
show-
leave the call thing and then come right back because apparently I can barely hear you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I know that in Orlando, Randall still has their place, you know.
Mhm.
They make their, where they make their knives for the services.
When I contacted United Cutlery because I wanted to know if I could get new rings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, can I get them? Where are they? Where do I find them? And I couldn't get a solid answer. Then United Cutlery said, well, there are none because they have all been destroyed.
So I've only spent about
So I
$24.
took this one and I sent them pictures. And then I had to take it to a knife smith and he had to do a couple of tests to it. And when he sent it back, he says, that's a first run production.
Wow.
And I said, okay, what's it worth? And he says, well, we don't know, but can we put it in our museum? I said, this is served in my family from its issue until me. He goes, okay. How much do you want for us to simply display it in the museum? I said, I don't know if it's worth that. He says, all right, I want to know the location stamp. Where was it done? Well, this particular one was stamped in their Taiwan sweatshop. They were the only ones with a Taiwan sweatshop that did not. And when I told him, when I read all the numbers on this thing, he's like, okay, now what do you want for it? Give us a number.
Wow.
United Cutlery would purchase, it doesn't matter, just tell us a number. And I said, nothing. He goes, nothing. You'll give it to us. I said, no. This will stay in my family until it degrades.
I'm sure they were very disappointed.
They offered me 18 new knives for this one, plus any amount of money I wanted.
Nice.
Yeah, this one's been around a while.
I would say so.
Ouch.
If it could talk, that's going back in the lockbox. That is the first, what he was just displaying, Austin, was a first run K-bar.
Yeah, he showed me, and I was like, is that the one that if you ran a test on it, you wouldn't know where it came from?
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, those were made in Taiwan.
They were first stamped. United Cutlery was doing them as cheap hunting cheap hunting knives. The military said they needed something similar to that with a sawback for a survival knife for the military. So they put a sawback on them suckers and said, here you go. They didn't expect the military to buy how many they did.
Yeah, because the Air Corps got those, the Marines got those, the Navy got those. Yeah, you get the idea.
The first lot that they bought was 50, and they handed them over to the Marine Corps. That was in the first. That knife was in the first lot.
Yeah, you've got a very rare knife there, sir.
From what I understand, that one served at Bellaloo Wood.
I believe it.
Where we got the title Devil Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Germans gave you the term devil dogs in the Marine Corps.
Huh?
Didn't the Germans give you the title devil dogs?
Tuberhausen. Yes.
Yeah. Devil.
Han gave it to us.
I've told you this before, Drew. I'm German, Scottish, and Irish. I like to say it. I have alcoholism in my blood.
No, clearly.
If you're Scottish, you're Irish. If you're Irish, you're Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a whole mixed slew of.
The Davidson clan was kicked out of Scotland because they were too violent.
I am Scandinavian.
When Scotland went for their independence,
we're both Scandinavian.
They went over to the Ireland, which was the prison, and they brought them. They walked in and they said, "Look, this is what we're going to give you guys. We're going to give you warfare. We're going to give you women, and we're going to give you Scotch. Come on over and fight for us." And we all said, "Sure."
Why not?
That's my mother's side of the family. That's the quiet side. Oh,
you got some things to say there, pal? You want to say it to the live stream?
Oh.
We.
How long take? Kapla! Oh, he's going for it. You see that? He's going for it.
Yeah, he is. And he's sitting up by himself because look, my hand's right here.
That's great.
Success.
Yeah, and then he leans back.
Nope, I'm tired. Good night.
Bring me my bloodline, woman.
Do you hear him? Bring me my blood wine, woman.
No, he's fine.
Ooh, you got your little belly showing.
Yeah, because I got to work with a normal shirt.
Oh, you like that? Ooh, you tickle, tickle, tickle.
How much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
Nada. I refuse to tell the truth.
Sir, I'm asking you one more time. How much have you had to drink tonight?
A cup.
Is that the Marine Corps cup again?
No.
Sir, I'm asking you one more
We saw him drink one.
Maybe.
Gotcha, sir.
I'm still
Uh-oh, she's got to pull out the little card.
Is there any more left for me?
Yes.
Okay, how much is left? Because I might just drink it out of the freaking bottle.
Go ahead, drink it out of the bottle.
I'm probably just going to drink it out of the bottle.
But no.
I'm not an alcoholic. Yeah.
You know what we need to do, Mark? We need to take some foam, make a bird of prey that locks onto a stroller for the little guy.
Oh, yeah.
So
Excuse me, what?
Bird of prey. Do you not know what a bird of prey is?
Locks onto the stroller for the. Yes.
My wife is like, yes.
I can see that.
Are you sure?
I flew one in your little game.
It's not a little game. You're a little game, you stinky.
It's a game, is it not?
flashing lights.
Make sure you give that to him with the laptop.
Right.
I'm gonna put this on a cup so I feel like less of an alcoholic.
Microphone.
Because once he's it has a built-in mic.
Yes.
And it's a really good one.
No, we need to make the entire stroller into a bird of prey.
That's what I was thinking.
The tire what?
In combat gear. With
Yes.
What did you say?
Are you? What's the matter, buddy? What are you doing?
taking foam and on his
Oh.
stroller, making one of these.
That would be cool.
So when he flies around, you can turn on a single headlight. That's my phasers. That's my.
So it'd be the bird of prey and the runabout from last year.
Where's the Kool-Aid?
Yeah. Well,
There is no Kool-Aid.
That's not Kool-Aid. What do you mean there is no Kool-Aid?
There is no Kool-Aid, only Zool.
Shuttlecraft.
Donde está Kool-Aid?
There is no Kool-Aid, only Zool.
Donde está Kool-Aid?
And they decided they wouldn't talk to anyone who did have a group.
But no, I don't know where the Kool-Aid is. You're down, buddy.
Holy crap! It's John. Wow, John, you've lost a lot of weight. You're not. Your mic's not on.
It's aquí.
John, your mic's not on. There we go.
Okay, the number 1 through 4.
15.
Try now, John.
Close your eyes. No, come here. Close your eyes.
Silence him for a minute. Every time John tries to say something, you gotta close down.
Try now, John. Wow, that's weird.
You're coming through garbles.
I don't know how you're doing it, but you got the Mickey Mouse voice.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Does he have an external mic?
Is it?
It's speeding him up. Are you on speed? Sounds like you're talking 100 times faster.
Try now.
Okay, how about now?
There we are.
Okay, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, I think I might have figured it out. Watch this. Am I talking now?
Talking now.
I don't
Is that any
know.
good?
I don't know what happened, but you're perfect now.
Well, I mean, I was perfect before. It was the equipment that was jacked up.
No kidding. That was an interesting way to do it, but
So what have you been doing? Working out? Chasing nurses? What's up, Tom?
No. Well, I can't chase. I'm not allowed to chase nurses now because I'm on wheels.
No.
Yeah, I broke my leg. Tripped over the dog bed.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I said when I landed. Ouch.
You know, the right nurse would make that worth your while. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, there were a couple of cuties, but they were busy as hell.
Well, of course they were dealing with you.
You know, backstage talking trash about me is what they were doing.
so you broke your leg,
Yep.
but you seem to have lost like 75 pounds.
I've lost a little bit since the last time I came on.
Yes, eat it.
I guess the not drinking might have something to do with that.
Okay, so
I don't like it.
since I never drink, really, would drinking help me lose weight then?
No.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Did babe take it?
Because the alcohol in drinking alcohol is converted from sugar. So it'll catch on fast.
Yep, it'll go and it turns
We
back.
need to make our own mead.
Yes, I can do that when we're 21.
Excuse me. We're
I
trying to have a
think you're
conversation.
older than you.
What?
Did you say you have underwear older than him?
No, I said I have gear, stuff,
Yeah.
equipment.
Mark,
Yeah.
John, and I, Austin, we're not trying to demean you in any way, but we have thrown away things older than you.
Wait, I've thrown away things
Well,
older than
I'm
him.
sad to see you go.
See what God.
But John, Austin,
Yeah.
and his fiance are our newest members. We got them 3 weeks ago at BartoCon, and they joined both SFI and CAG the same day.
So they have the CO in both chapters. It's great.
But yeah, we haven't seen you in forever.
Well, you know, I've just not been fit for public consumption, I guess.
Now that's impossible.
Have you met the Marine over here?
I didn't look. I don't have to
Says
be.
it with love in many, many
Regards.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right, can you tell we're both work drunk at this point.
Oh, geez, I'm so fucking tired.
Absolutely.
Dude, I didn't plan on doing the extra stuff, and just like as the night went on, I'm like, oh, I need to do this thing before tomorrow.
Ooh.
I didn't do it.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I finally got the way to display
The drag
my
out. Be
Are you trying to
prepared.
put
Yeah.
display up?
He finally got the way to display the lightsabers.
Oh, sweet.
They're over here.
Oh, nice.
So we're thinking about how long before Steve would return, or if we sent Tori to his house.
I said
What do you
3
think,
days.
John?
Carol says 3 minutes.
He's met her for all of a week and already said 3 days. So what do you think, John?
No offense, I love Tori to death, but 3 days.
If enough people were to say Steve couldn't do it, though, he would do it and do it well, just to prove bullshit. I got this.
Drew's daughter.
Yes.
You know what I meant.
I know
That's
Tori.
because he's that stubborn.
That's not stubborn. That's stupid.
No, it's stubborn, Steve's part.
Like, how long would she be able to stay there?
3 days.
We built a whole new shelving unit back here too, John. New shelving.
I've seen. Oh, that's good. You guys.
He was watching.
Why can't I get you to come up here and do shit?
Right over your place.
He has a new requirement: cash ahead of time, because he spent like $500 making the Neutral Zone Studio set.
Not set, just one console. I'll send you the images. I did the
Nav
primary
console.
navigation operations console for a Constitution class starship out of foam that was painted in resin
Oh wow!
to make it portable. And we have, we have pictures with Martok, the actors who played Martok, Wayun, and Quark, screwing around with it because it tripped them out so bad that they just loved it. And then the 501st was at that con, and they said, no, we got to take it over. So Darth Vader took that, and the stormtroopers were at those positions.
That was the second time the 501st did that. They did it at another con too.
Yeah. And apparently when it was taken back to Neutral Zone Studios, they took it back, put it in a safe place, and told everybody, you touch this, you get killed. And the reason why is because the whole upper portion of this console, you can pick up with one hand and carry on your shoulder, and it weighs like 6.5 pounds.
Oh, that heavy duty insulation foam that they use to make like terrain and stuff.
Yes.
3.5 inch.
Mm-hmm.
I used the densest they had.
Yeah.
Then I painted it with resin.
And you cut? Did you use a heated knife?
Yep, cut it with a heat knife.
He didn't cut anybody with the knife, though. Thank God.
And he held it still for one sheet and one cut.
2 sheets.
Mike and I put it all together mostly because his work schedule and other things going on with him that are best kept to him, that he couldn't help, although he tried. So,
And sometimes unfortunate circumstances just force themselves.
yes, and our next project is going to be a Dabo table. And I think
somebody's written the rules for playing Dabo by now.
I think Mark is the only one that's met June from the Haven and Deb, other than Sean. So when I told June and Deb, well, I'm making this for Sci-Fi Bartow, they're like, oh, that's so awesome, it's going to be great. And I said, yeah, but you two have to be my Dabo girls. They did not bat an eye. They did not. They just flat out right both at the same time. And no. Nope.
To be fair,
absolutely.
That would be funny as hell.
I know it would be.
I've got a picture
of
June in a Dabo girl outfit, and my brain just wants to wipe itself.
I don't know who those two are, so
I love June.
They weren't there.
I love June to death. The crew of the Haven have been above and beyond champions as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, that's
They are some incredible people, and they have some incredible skills. Somebody thought that I was that I didn't know anything about the USS Haven, which I almost died laughing when they said that. And somebody who's new to the chapter and new to SFI, and this is at BartoCon. So I pointed to the table. I said, "You see that?" And the guy says, "Okay, so," and I said, "That was the first one. I didn't like the way it ended. I printed it when I was the engineer of the Haven." Oh, I said, "Yes, I was on the Haven for over a year." I said, "And the one that I did finish properly, Lauren has." And about that time, Lauren came in, and she and I chatted for a little bit, and she said, "Oh yes, the one we have is perfect. It is just absolutely perfect." And the guy's like, "I think I've seen it." And he goes, "Yep, he did it." But it's good. And they have good people. They have some newer people that are very wanting to be incredibly active, which is what we need.
They got an engineer on now that makes games.
Jefferson, Mr. Skill Set himself.
He made a knockover game that was like a chessboard with different boards.
7 and 9.
Called Knockover 7 of 9 or whatever. Knockout 7 or 9. That had a swinging pendulum.
Remember the ball to bowl with, and you rolled it around and it knocks pins down?
Yeah. Skittle Bowl.
Basics of it. And now he's got a what do they call those things? The Madigo, the white thing that attacked Kirk on the planet where the girl took the the root and put it on his Magatu. He's got one of those. He made it. It's about this tall, and you throw little beanbags in it. You see him fall into the clear part of the belly. Did that. Jefferson is quick thinking. He really likes to put things together. He wants to see the fun side of it to make it a better draw, and it actually works. He's come up with ways of using straws, toothpicks, and little round coasters to make starships. Little models that you can take with you when you're done. You know, because straws come from either little teeny ones to big fat ones, and he literally figured out how to do the nacelles, the secondary hull, and then he lets people put them together and then take them away. And people get, people look at it and it's like, wow, that's so shocking. But it's kind of like, well, that's basically what we do. We try to make it fun.
That's
when we can get out, when you want interest, it has to be fun. If you don't have any fun, you're not going to get the interest you want.
All right.
So what you're saying is now we have the basis to make you a work bee. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh, and he's an engineer. Get that out of my face. I don't do the one eye.
What?
I was talking to the cat that put his butt at the camera.
Ew.
Speaking of butt in the camera, where's Tim? Oh, it's over here.
He's over there. Little Tim's over there.
Little Tim needs to go over here.
I'm not done putting stuff together yet.
Yeah, I lost the conversation for a second. Who's in a wheelchair that's an engineer?
You.
I'm an engineer?
Aren't you a member of engineering as well as being the XO?
No.
Well, technically, they report to me, so.
Yeah, so we'll make you your own little work bee. We'll put phasers on it, though, so you can just zap them in the ass.
Oh, there we go. Right. Let them
That's
ride.
it.
They're minions.
No,
John's a real hard man to get along with. I was in engineering on the Connie for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
When Steve said, "Fine, you're in engineering," the chief engineer said, "Yay, I finally got help." Steve says he's in Florida. He goes like, "That's not helping me, Stephen. That's just not."
Well, it's Ron's own fault.
And John said, "Yes, but he's full of ideas. It may be more help than you think."
He's not completely.
How long were we on the Connie? 5 months?
3 months. We were 3 months because we were all ready to launch the Russell Camp, and people that we won't speak about blocked it. So we went to the Connie until we could get it approved.
Well, that was basically an emotional misunderstanding. And when emotions are high and you've had to suffer the loss of a close friend or something like that, you know what? You're not going to think when you act. Welcome to the human race, for crying out loud. You know, but when all the dust settled and everyone saw what was going on, we're all getting along. We're communicating. We're working together. With Sci-Fi Bartow, which is a local event, I've been given permission to take point to keep all the 5 chapters in this area together and working. We've got
Poor chap.
we've got now we're in discussions for a show where we watch an episode and then discuss the episode afterwards. It's not ready to launch yet, but we're hoping to include all of Region 2. But we're going to start with this little local, basically a belt of chapters, and see if we can grow it. We still got to work on the day thing. Some people say Tuesday, and it's kind of like, well, you know, Tuesday when all these people are working until 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Or getting up to work.
That's the last freaking thing they want to do.
You know, it'd be fun. Anybody here a fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Oh,
Parties like that.
So one of the things we discussed in the meeting earlier tonight was doing an old-fashioned new radio type show on stream, like doing the War of the Worlds was done.
Oh, like a newscast?
Well, like the storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
where you have 4 or 5 people on the show and you all have your parts and do an actual show.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's just a vocal scene. That works.
See, now if you use it right and you have dim lights and flashlights, you flash the light. You just hit the flash function, flash the screen every time somebody takes a shot with something.
You do realize we're going to have to get one of those metal things.
You know, and then you get a little sheet of metal. I mean, people have no idea how easy it is to create sounds that without visual, there's no way to correlate. So you can make it whatever you want.
So that was one of the things that you missed, Mark.
Like celery in the old days. Remember, they'd strangle celery on the radio and people would say their necks got broken.
Well, it's like the Foley people in the movies. You know, they would, you'd see people walking through mud or something. They're actually stepping on wet carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Tales of the Klingon Empire, brought to you by the USS Russell Camp broadcast group.
The IKV curse.
Well, it's the broadcast.
Walking through the mud on a dark, stormy night.
Well, you know, Han Solo's blaster, the sound that it made in Star Wars, was actually made by smacking a pipe wrench onto a guide wire that was holding up a telephone pole.
That's exotic.
Yeah, I remember when I made that console, the owner of Neutral Zone Studios, he said, "This is just so incredible. Who taught you how to do this stuff?" And I said, "You don't want to know. I was very young, but you do not want to know." He said, "Yes, I do. Who taught you? Who specifically taught you how to do it?" I said, "Matt Jeffries."
Ooh.
He says, "Name dropper." Name dropper.
You did.
You asked a question, I answered it.
Well, if you ask a question, a silly question like that, you expect an answer you don't want.
Don't ask if you don't want the answer.
That's right.
Just like at the studio, they were going through the studio. Ray looks at me the first time I was there, and he goes, "So you know what that means, right there? GNDN, right there." And I said, "Yeah,
Yep.
It goes where it does nothing." And he goes, "Wait, who told you?" I said, "The man who actually came up with the comments, and that was Larry Burrows, Matt Jeffries' assistant." "How do you know him?" "Oh, well, I used to deliver his newspaper, and I used to clean his garage and mow his lawn, and I cleaned out his attic, and I cleaned out his basement." Oh.
It becomes a huge thing that people forget the humble beginnings of
Now,
Star Trek.
people, I'm going to say this. People that do fan films sometimes don't realize the realization of you can't move that with 5 people. You need a forklift. Yeah. It took 45 minutes to convince one person we can't move a 10-foot gate through a 9-foot hole
Guardian on the
that weighs 700 pounds. And then they go, "Oh, 7 of us, we can move the air condition." No, the fuck we can't. I've already fallen off a ladder this weekend. I'm not doing it again.
It was the blower and the actual cooler all in one system.
Now, these are the same people that take the square peg and jam it into the round hole with a mallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, the engineers do that too, but these are the people that aren't allowed the square pin or the round hole.
Right, but see, that's what's called percussive maintenance.
We were doing, let's see, what else?
Me, your son has opinions.
And when Ray
Your son has opinions.
Tori's birthday party,
Must be held.
I said, "Hey, Ray, I've got a book cover over here you might want to see." And he said, "Well, where's it from?" I said, "Well, it was a prototype cover, and it was made for The Trouble with Triples, the teaser at the beginning, but Desilu opted for, even though both versions are out, opted for a notebook instead of a formal binder for the Starfleet regulations." You go, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, that's the cover."
Wow.
I said, "And it was given to me by Matt Jeffries for my 15th birthday party. The technical manual inside was given to me by Larry Burrows, and my blueprints for the original Enterprise were given to me by Gene Roddenberry." He said, "Okay, you just need to just shut up. Just shut up."
Although this is the man that owns the studio, and when he came in here, he was like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah.
All the goodies.
Look, there's our future CS right there.
How?
No, it's the future XO, so I can retire.
You okay?
I'm saying by the time he gets old enough.
So it's like a lifetime appointment.
Well, you see, I believe this one will teach him to be a man. He's not going to teach him that, "Oh, you can't hurt my feelings. Oh my God, don't look at me that way. Oh, if you use the left corner of your eye, it's something bad." Yeah,
No, if he tries doing some shit and tries prissing it out or something, I'm gonna tell him, get your ass back in there. You better fucking do it. But pardon my French, I love you, buddy. You won't understand this. But everyone's a goddamn fucking priss. Now, for my generation. Your generation had Wonder Woman. My generation wonders if it is a woman.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was
Can I use that?
That was a low shot.
Can I use that? That's all I want to know.
Use that. Go ahead.
Wow.
I've heard that way too many times. Stop copying everybody else's sayings. Be original.
Hey, look.
Little
I'm
one there. He
copying
can't
from
be
someone who
original.
said it best.
You know, but yeah, and like Ray's standing here and he has one of the phaser rifles and he's doing a 007 at this with one of the ladies from with Tina from Mutual Zone Studios. So they're doing a 007 shot with that in the background. I'll send you the picture, John. You'll love it.
It's on the.
If I look like I'm stuttering, it's because my roommate is using up all of our freaking bandwidth.
There you go, baby.
Want me to kick him off? John just looked at the camera like, baby.
This is a useful concept. Remember, John, we got your back, brother. But that's a long way
Well, I
drive,
mean,
even for
this happens when you put two nerds.
Holy crap, we've been at this almost an hour and a half.
Well, we're
I don't know
tired
if you-
because we had an hour and a half of the other
I
meeting.
didn't think I ordered the wine. I thought I ordered a nice glass of whiskey.
Wine.
I thought I ordered a nice from Scandinavia, not a
Sorry, our son is whining and complaining, so we're getting him a bottle. So I decided to say, I didn't think I ordered the glass of wine. I ordered a nice glass of whiskey.
There you go.
You mean this?
Yes, the hat.
If you want to get fucked up, we'll give you the blue stuff over there.
You
Just a shot of that.
Okay.
me.
So I've already been told if we
Sorry
start
again, you got
singing
shot,
while
remember?
we're working there on Saturday,
I will share.
just tell my wife we broke out the Romulan ale.
The Sierra Mist or something, because that's straight. We found out the Romulan ale stuff without the chaser thing.
He had the vodka, not the rye. That's the rye.
Oh, what's the rye?
There's two.
He had one. He had the stronger of the two.
Well, the rye is the strongest. But this is the rye.
I'll take a shot of that. 2.
See, you should have came down.
1, 2.
You should have came down to the Star Trek II movie, Wrath of Khan, that we went to as a Klingon / SFI. Please come and join us at this, because the CAG bartender brought the whiskey. You guys want a drink? I said,
Nice.
sure. He pours the shot to make a mixed drink. I said, okay. Grabbed it and threw it back. He went, I was going to put it. I went, here you go. Never mind. It tastes better with the Sprite. I was like, oh, thank God, because that.
I know, Dad, it's taken 20 years.
Now you understand when they get the Romulan ale, you do. On Star Trek, you know why.
That's nasty. Now, the stuff that Noelle was mixing for the daughter a year before, when we did the Star Trek birthday mystery birthday party, that stuff tasted awesome. But he found like 7 different mixed drinks for Star Trek, and she made the different mixed drinks.
Star Wars. Traitor.
It was a Star Trek murder mystery. We had Klingon food, all of them.
No, it's not always the Klingon. It was the Federation. Get it right.
We had food from everywhere. It was pretty funny, but yeah, surprised folks. The gummy worms were.
That was the year Tori wasn't allowed any alcohol.
Yeah.
That was, everybody was. By that time, at the end of when we're finishing up the party, Tori had already gotten to this level with everybody, and all of us, her sister, everybody went, "No alcohol for you."
It sucks to get cut off. I tell you.
What is that?
You're done.
This year?
I've never been cut off before because I can't legally drink in bars.
Gummy noodles.
Until February.
Until February.
Until we drink at home.
I've been to parties where they told me, stop drinking.
Who's all on there?
So we have Mark, we have John from the USS Constellation, and then Drew and then Sean.
And Mark.
Yeah, I said Mark.
You said Drew and then Sean.
I
You missed Mark.
No, I said Mark.
John.
I said John from the US Constellation.
Oh, you
I said
tried.
Drew and then Sean and then
My bed is calling me.
What's it calling you?
You're late, motherfucker.
Hey, look, your bed should be calling you because that's kind of weird.
Hey, I don't hear it. That futon's calling me right now. I am tired.
What's it calling you?
Giveaways for tomorrow today, John.
Damn.
We wiped the laptop,
Cheating on you with
took
the bed.
him out to breakfast, and then came back. And I can't remember what we did, but we did something for a while. Then I finally, about 1:30, went, I need to go lay down.
But it's going to be a day.
Yeah.
I made it my normal schedule, John.
Oh, it is tight. Never mind.
I did it my normal schedule, John. I've been up since 4.
What?
Yeah.
The nice thing is I'm off Sunday.
I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Sunday.
No, you're not off tomorrow. We have date night tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we have date night tomorrow. I forget.
Guess what? Andy forgot he had date night with Nora on Sunday. He was gonna try to make ribs or something. Oh no, he's gonna do
Wait.
he's gonna smoke pork rind. Or pork thing.
Is it beef ribs? If it's beef ribs, I'm coming over.
No, it's pork ribs, I think.
Pork
Well, you
tenderloin.
can
Pork
keep it.
tenderloin.
So then I reminded him, no, you have a date Sunday. He goes, oh yeah.
No, I completely forgot. I had a date night with this one tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to watch a movie and have some dinner.
So what time does he have to be home?
That's up to you.
What time do I have to have him home?
What time does he have to have me home?
The thing ends at 3, right?
Yeah, it ends at 3, right? You guys are leaving at 3?
Yeah, that's all he's going to be able to stand. If he gets there at 10, he's going to leave at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to be leaving by 3.
Okay.
So if I'm able to go with you guys, it's just going to be me. My wife doesn't want to go.
Yeah, I know. Mom's got the mechanic coming over, and I'm fucking tired. I need to catch up on my sleep.
Which mom?
My mom.
Okay.
The mechanic coming over.
I hope to get the car fixed because I don't want to ride with my mom anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. She's working from home now.
Okay. She's going to be working from home forever?
So you need to work on getting yourself a car.
Do what?
Okay, so I work at a pharmacy, a calling
Where?
pharmacy. Note that. Over in Lakeland.
Okay.
And that's like a 30-minute drive away from here. And currently, the only transportation I really have in the morning is my mom, and that's at 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's every single day from Monday to Friday.
And the building is open until 8.
So wait, why isn't she working?
Because she can't breathe. She's having a hard time breathing. She might need to go to the ER tomorrow.
What about me?
What about you?
Why just quit my job?
No, you just go to work in the morning when your mom takes you. You work on saving money, and you get a car.
Mom's about to stop having work. She's about to stop taking me to work.
Why?
Ask her. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry
I'm
to go on
glad they
that.
asked your mother because we need that money to feed our child.
Okay. I'm focusing on this. Let's take the drama away because this is the only time I get to relax today.
Almost perfect.
I'm sorry, guys, gentlemen. I'm so sorry.
I will have words with
You want to be insulted or complimented?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'm sorry, Marines and gentlemen and Army men.
So if
What happened?
if this is playing, make sure you record it and send it to Drew.
How many
don't know.
Army men have you met?
I don't
And
know.
he's a
what Mark
Marine. I'm a civilian. That's a
I'm an FBI.
You're a what, Mark?
Physics?
Isn't both of them Navy?
No, Mark was United States Army.
Oh,
Right.
okay. He's an Army guy.
So,
John-
Mudbag, Jarhead.
I thought he was in the military too.
No, they wouldn't take me. I was too fat. I got a 99 on the ASVABs, and they still wouldn't take me.
Wow.
I got handed the book. They wouldn't even tell me my breakdowns. They handed me the book and said, "Leave the nuclear shit alone." I had dropped down to 245. I had an 18.5-inch neck. I could run 2 miles. I could carry 600 pounds of people on my shoulders. And they went, "You need to lose 20 more pounds before we send you to MEPS."
I kept telling him I need to lose some weight. I said, just send me to boot camp. If I survive, I'll be fine.
Hey, Drew, do you need any more crayons?
Do what? I
Do you need any more crayons?
No, I got plenty.
Tori's
Okay.
got a billion.
I only like the black ones.
What's along with that?
My wife was literally saying, we're going to buy Drew a box of crayons.
I'm gonna
And
buy a box of crayons for Christmas. There you go.
A friend of mine last year for Christmas handed me a crayon box that was filled with black licorice. And he said, "Here you go, Marine, eat them up." Because he knew I love black licorice.
I do too. I fucking love black licorice.
I don't like it. It's gross. Nasty.
Well, you're nasty.
Yes, I. Are you gonna play with the stuff or are you gonna eat? Look here.
It's Crown Candy. Like 12 boxes or 14 boxes of them for $26.
You know what, Drew? I'll buy you some black licorice. Next
Hold
time.
on. Another one. Wait a minute. They have Marine candy now.
I mean, anything's edible if you try hard enough.
Candy now.
Here's what I do. I'm gonna go buy a 3-pound bag of jelly beans and pick out
They
all the
even
way.
have chewing gum crowns from Mexico.
Made from Tijuana.
Gummy candy.
Tijuana.
Hi, cutie. Hello.
So if we ever go to Lake Region, we've got to have a lot of these to go. We've got your food.
Better than
Here's your marriage. There you go, son.
Hey,
It's you're still there.
MREs will keep you alive or kill you, depending on what you eat.
You bet Sergeant Major. They told you that?
about the C and the K rations. Don't go there.
MREs are safe. The C and the K rations were explosives in a can.
You know, you have a little teeny can this size.
Never had a problem with it myself.
Uh-huh.
You know what that biscuit's for?
C4.
And you can kill somebody with an MRE
C4,
spoon.
You take elastic and you make a slingshot with it. That little motherfucker.
Hey, all I know is if you would take a whole packet of the coffee creamer from Mr. Coffee that was in the MREs and threw it at a fire, you could blow up a nice 10-foot square.
Yes.
I love
Good times
you.
Dillers, at least.
They took that away from them. I'm like, why would you take away the best part of the MRE? It gets me out of everything.
Think of the Mark 19. What middle schooler came up with this? And they gave it the great cobra blood.
Hold on. Why don't we have the bazooka tank anymore? Never mind. They gave it to Marines that didn't have an officer. Never mind. I understand.
You know, Marines,
That's a fact. I'm not that as much as it sounds like a joke. They
Marines-
literally went, you 4 groups of Marines, you don't need any training. Just take this tank that has 6 bazookas and go kill that hill.
Oh, you're talking about the thing with the recoilless rifles. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't well thought
No,
out.
it wasn't wireless rifles. It was bazookas.
It's actual bazooka.
They fired flechette rounds out of it against personnel and wiped out an army. One of those tanks.
You know what? You know what? Wait. Mark will be able to verify this one. In a combat situation, never tell a Marine, okay, you look like you're geared up enough. Take this shit and go kill that way. Marines are like, yeah.
They literally said this tank is too dangerous because it fires all 6 at the same time, and you have to get out of the tank to reload it. The Marines went, whatever's in front of us is already dead. We're safe.
Maybe.
And they went, hey, driver, while we're loading this, turn it 10 degrees that way. Why? There's another tank over there. We'll load 3 of them. By the time you get it over there, and that tank will go. And we wonder why Ukraine can blow up the Russian tanks with a cardboard drone.
They had good teachers.
They literally said, hey, Marines, teach those guys how to blow things up.
Watch it make it disappear. Poof.
You know,
I say we drop 5 Marines in Russia, and it would be no more Putin in 2 hours.
Well, the thing you got to remember about Russia is it all comes back to
Drop off what Drew was.
What, John?
Drop off what Drew was in the middle of Russia.
John. What'd you say, John?
Forget the rest of it. Just drop off Drew.
Hold on.
He can't tell you about that because he'll have to kill you.
I'm fine with that. I'm ready.
See, no, wait, no.
That's why I said drop off whatever he was. I'm not listening. I didn't hear
You know
shit.
what, no, you don't understand. Where were you a law enforcement officer at, John?
Virginia,
Whereabouts? What city?
the East, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Chesapeake.
Virginia Beach? Okay.
DC.
No, that's about
Wait a minute.
3.5 hours away.
Back in the day.
You were backup.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, but back in the day when they did something. Take about 15 men from John's job and say the end time and say, okay, we need that gone. Just don't tell us how you did it. They'll come home going, well, it's not there. We couldn't find it. And when they send everybody in to find it, they're going to go, wait. I think that's a piece of his scalp there.
It's going to be a parking
Yeah,
lot.
that's scalp.
So I had to do a mod for the vacuums this week at Walmart, or last week, the week before. And my boss comes over. Can you put up the displays? I know it's not your job, but I just want to get rid of the pallets. I'm like, okay, I get to the last display. I went, this fucking vacuum only weighs 5 pounds. What the fuck is in the base? They put so much steel. It was a 55-pound steel plate. The concrete galoshes. I want to get rid of somebody. I'm taking that up to it and throwing them.
So they attached this 5-pound vacuum to a 50-pound metal plate.
Yes. It was a Shark vacuum. So it's an expensive vacuum. It's not got any of the parts because it's a display. But they put this. I'm like, I've got microwaves that weigh less than this display.
Special.
I tell you why they did it. Do you remember the time that the kid was climbing on? Some kid climbed up some shelves at like a Walmart store and pulled down the entire cabinet. And they sued Walmart and won.
Oh yeah.
And so now, what everybody takes that extra caution. Like if they want to put the display model up on a pedestal, they don't want the display falling on some little kid and costing $1 million.
Yes, but I zip tie it to the wall so they can't do that. So the 50-pound weight is useless.
You got to remember, not everybody's as bright as you are, Sean.
But when I tried to pick it up from the top of the ladder by the handle like I did every other one, and the 160-pound woman goes, "Man, that's heavy." I'm like, "Okay, it's heavy for you." No, this pulled me down. I'm like, why? Now, the shelves have been the same shelves in Walmart for years. They just changed colors. Now they have shelves that weigh, for the 22-inch shelves, they weigh the same as the 30-inch shelves that I need 2 people to pick up. I came over and went, because the little old lady could not pick them up over her head. I was like, I'm having trouble with these. Why are we using them here? We need to use these in automotive.
Yeah. But then again, it's Wally World.
I wanted to find out where they made them because that shit's armor proof. We could use that to put on our cars so that the mass shooters lately can't shoot us.
Actually, the best thing for that is old ballistic vests inside the door panels. Think of it as recycling.
You mean the Mark 1s, John?
Yeah, those will do.
Yeah, but I'm saying
a Mark 1 will replace the roof of the fucking vehicle.
A half-inch of iron will.
I remember.
AR-15s won't go through that.
Well, as long as they're not using magnesium cores or anything.
When we were in Colombia, and the recon guys were just like, okay, we are not doing this. I mean, the jacket, the ballistic jacket they had us wearing, weighed close to 54 pounds. We're like, no. We threw it off. Well, the Army brought us in there. And the Army guys were, oh, you've got to wear that, or we can't cover this, or we can't do this. And we're like, screw you guys. We want to be able to move.
So how do you fire the whole police force in one state in one day?
You really can't. You got to make them quit.
Hold on. Yeah, you can. The military and the civilians 2 weeks before said, hey, this guy's going to shoot the place up. Maine was warned
Well,
The main shooter.
No.
The trouble is that in order to put all of those pieces together for 340 million people in the United States would require not only a huge excessive database with lots of individuals reporting on each other. I mean, we're talking like,
His family and the military told the local police that he was going to do it.
Okay.
This facts. They went to his house and he wasn't there twice and they gave up.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? I know that you're a crafty individual and I know you're planning to rob a bank. And I tell them, yeah, he's going to rob a bank. Do you know what bank? No. Do you know when? No. But he's going to do it. He's going to. And then bitch at the cops because they didn't know what bank you were going to and when you were going there, so they didn't catch you.
Oh, and this guy was posting where he was going to shoot up ahead of time too. It was like
moment.
It all depends on what else was going on. How soon of a warning that it was going on. See, there's another misconception. The police actually, there was not anything they could do unless somebody who could say that guy was a whack job said arrest him.
They did. They went to arrest at his house, but didn't look for him anywhere but his house.
How do you know they didn't? And he wasn't just that good as a venue.
They admitted it. That's the sad part.
Okay, well, you can't get rid of the entire department if only 2 or 3 or 4 officers were involved. What I'm saying is you can't just say to the whole department, you're all fired. Everybody from the very top to the very bottom. What about the guys that just got there and they were starting that day? They don't know shit.
Okay,
All right, folks, I got something I got to take care of real quick.
It is
go backstage, and I will try and be back soon.
Well, it's almost 2 hours if you count the 10 minutes before I messed up the stream. So we're going to be cutting it because 3 of us, well, 3 of us at least will be going to the Toy Con in the morning. Yeah. So we need to get some rest, and I think that he needs to help out with the baby a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's got him.
Uh-huh.
She's doing fine.
Austin. Sage advice. Just go with it.
Yes. Good night. Good luck. May God go with you.
That's all I'm going to tell you. You can figure out
Have a great day. Live long and prosper.
Peace
nice
and
to talk to you. Don't
I
make
shall
it.
always and will be your friend.
We'll
You
post
bet.
some pictures from tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, guys.